with Khalifa, Khalifa, the Islamic Khalifa. But which Khalifa? Can you say, but was it
I don't have a
published in
problem with
India?
the Caliph or Caliph.
Hmm.
The very this Uthman, Caliph Uthman, but the very fact is that Caliph Uthman, right, was confronted, right, by Hudayfa, right? Hudayfa was afraid of the people of Shem and Iraq, differences in the recitation of the Quran. So he said to Uthman, O chief of the believers, save this nation before they differ about the book, the Quran, right? As the Jews and Christians did so before. Saying that this recitations that are different from one another are very, very bad on a grand scale. On the same
Uh,
aspect as how Muslims see the Bible being corrupt and the Bible has differences, this is how they were seeing the Quran. This says very clearly that they had differences in the recitations of all these Qurans, right?
like I know about Hazrat Usman radiallahu ta'ala. He was a very calm man, like calm, and I don't think so. Like in Quran, there's no one bring a change to this in Arabic, but in translation, someone like it's possible that someone can bring a change a little bit in translation. But
No,
I'm
so
not
here's
sure
what
about.
happened, right? With the oral, this you don't understand what happened, right? It's not translation or anything like that. This isn't anybody adding to it or anything like that. This is Muhammad, right? He gave to a bunch of people the recite. He taught the people the Quran, how to recite the Quran, and when he did that, he taught them in multiple different ways from one another that were different to one another. They weren't the same Quran that he was telling to different people, and he had a reason, right? We are told that Umar bin Al-Khattab, right, from Umar bin Al-Khattab, that he heard Hisham bin Hakim reciting Surat Al-Furqan during the lifetime of Allah's Messenger. And I listened to his recitation and noticed that he recited in several different ways, which Allah's Messenger had not taught me. He didn't learn this from Muhammad. He's like, this is so different, I didn't learn it from Muhammad, right? I was about to jump over him during his prayer, but I controlled my temper. When he had completed his prayer, I put his upper garment around his neck and seized him by it, and said, Who taught you this surah, which I heard you reciting? He replied, Allah's Messenger, Muhammad taught it to me. I said, You have told a lie, because it was so different. Right? I said, For Allah's Messenger has taught it to me in a different way from yours. So I dragged him to Allah's Messenger and said to Allah's Messenger, I heard this person reciting Surat Al-Furqan in a way which you haven't taught me. On that, Allah's Apostle said, Release him, Umar, recite Al-Sham, and then he recited in the same way as I heard him reciting. Then Allah's Messenger said, It was revealed in this way, and added, Recite Umar. I recited it as he had taught me. Allah's Messenger then said, It was revealed in this way. The Quran has been revealed to be recited in 7 different ways. These 7 different ways that were given to all of the companions caused many wars. Civil wars came from it, right? We're told from Anas bin Malik that Hudayfa bin al-Yaman came to Uthman at the time when the people Shem and the people of Iraq were waging war to conquer Armenia and Harbidjan, right? Hudayfa was afraid of the people of Shem and Iraq differences in the recitation of the Quran. So he said to Uthman, O chief of the believers, save this nation before they differ about the book, the Quran, as the Jews and Christians did so before. The way that he saved the nation was by burning the Quran. They didn't get these Qurans from Pinocchio, Muhammad. They got it from Muhammad, bro.
Okay, Huzaifa bin al-Yaman. But are you sure that like where you see this page
Yes,
to
we're even
be
told.
this
We're even
translation?
told how this happened. We're even told how this happened, brother. Right? We're told. Right from what do you call it? Um, Sahih al-Bukhari, Volume 6, Book 61, number 513, where it says, Allah's Apostle said, Gabriel recited the Quran to me in one way. And then I requested him it in another way, and continued asking him to recite it in other ways. He recited it in several ways until he ultimately recited it in 7 different ways. So Muhammad sat there with Gabriel, his angel, and said, recite in this way, now 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 this way, now this way, now this way, now this way, until he got 7 different Qurans. He didn't even think to tell any of his companions about this until the 2nd year of his death, right? He died 2 years after this. He died 2 years after this. It was told from Ubay ibn Ka'ab, also heard 2 people reciting the Quran in a manner different from what he had learnt. After some discussion, both parties went to the Prophet and recited to the same portion to him. He approved of both parties' recitation. At this point, Ubay narrates, there occurred in my mind some sort of denial and doubt when the messenger of Allah saw how I was affected, he struck my chest. He punched him. Right?
Crusader. Like I was just want to clear that a little bit that like in Muslim you know about Shia like Iran. You know about the country of Iran.
Yeah. Yep.
He is also different from us because and when he like
That's
pray
a whole
the first
other
name
thing. But that's a whole other thing. We don't care about the. I don't care about that very much, right? Many people say, "Oh, look at the Hafs and look at the Walsh and look at this and look at that." Yeah, they're all different from one another. No shit. The Muslims aren't smart and they can't collectively build a religion that's not real, right? So no shit that the Qurans are different from one another in Arabic, or they
yeah
say
yeah yeah
completely different things in
but
some
I
verses.
just
But hold
I
up, I'm not
just
finished. But you should have a problem with this, in my opinion, because Muhammad didn't tell any companion that he had 7 different Qurans. His claim was that he had different. Like, his claim up until this point was that verses would just come to him at random points, like bells and ringing of a bell, and he would start and sweating and looking in fear and like all this kind of stuff. And then like what do we have here? Now all of a sudden he goes to Gabriel and says recite in this way and this way and this way and this way, and he gets 7 different Qurans, and that is his excuse for why 2 companions near the 2nd year before Muhammad's death randomly have 2 different Qurans from one another. This is an excuse, a clear excuse that Muhammad's recitation that he was giving effectively was not harmonious, right? When he gave his companions recitation of the Quran, they were not in harmony to one another. They said contradicting things, and they were different from one another. This is why Hudayfa ran to Uthman and said, "Save this nation," before they differ about the book. Where did they get this book from? Allah, right? Then they get it from Pinocchio. When they say they differ about this book, you should be really fucking scared, Akhi. You should be really afraid when you hear that sentence.
like
Because where did they get this Quran from? Where did the companions get the Quran from?
what do you think? You want to discuss with color it like if you have one knowledge about that very clear. So what do you think about to share this information with discuss with the scholar?
No, because they cope, right? I'm here to share the information with the people that should be learning about their Islam, not running to scholars, right? Have a mind of your own
No,
for
but
once in your life. Don't be a
like
pig,
no,
right?
but
Don't
like
be a
I have
pig.
no. But I have right now. I don't have information about that you want to share with me right now. So when we have no satisfaction about something, so how we clarify it and how it accept it. Like if you want to inspire someone, first of all you want to prove with him the thing that you want to try to inspire him. You know. So like if you want that someone follow me about that, so you want to
I don't even
tell
understand,
me.
bro. I honestly am getting, bro. Can you please just shut up?
Mm.
I'm, holy fuck, dude, you're yapping, bro. Like, what are you talking about? I just showed you where there are several different Qurans from one another that they got from Muhammad. I didn't say they got it from this scholar or this scholar made a different Quran. I showed you Muhammad giving several different Qurans. Where
Yeah,
are they?
but
They're not here
but
anymore.
it's not,
They all got
yeah, but
burnt.
it's
You know
not.
why? Because they were so different from one another. They were going to destroy Islam. Why do you think it says
Yeah,
save this nation? He's talking about Islam.
yeah, but if you want to prove it, it's like when I accept it's just accept when I have satisfaction. Like when you it's satisfied from like some
Oh my
another
gosh, bro.
people they
Okay.
related to
Okay, bro.
like
Okay,
from
bro. Okay,
Quran.
listen. I'm gonna give it one more chance, right, before I kick you from this room because you're not saying much, right? I'm not interested. Right? I want
Yeah,
you to
but
either
you know.
submit to me. Submit to me.
Okay, well, okay,
Right?
but
I
we have
buried you.
Imam.
You're done. You're telling like what are you talking about? Like just address the point. Right?
Okay, so leave this topic and so like we
The room is called Christianity versus Islam. You're Muslim. You're supposed to be defending it, not just ranting on about random stuff, right? So if you have nothing to say, just leave.
okay, proceed. Thank you. But the last question.
Last question. What's up?
Where are you from, guys? By the
Canada. Actually, no, I'm not supposed to say that. Oh, I'm not supposed to say, bro.
way? Okay. Bye bye.
I'll see you around, brother.
Stay in the cut, got a bitch in the cutty, she want the pie. I don't want blood no more, got a gun in the car, and the bitch got a nightlight. I'm popping the G6, I'm on the G6, I'm still I'm flowing. How the hell that nigga get up and get up and get up and get high? Yeah, Dubai.